Hi, this is a read-through of my newest manuscript. I'm kind of doing this as a mid-year, midlife crisis of, wow, it's really coming together. My MFA is almost complete. So here goes. For Marcus Wolfe, Jonathan Michael, and those that follow after them, may you be wiser and kinder. Forward 0. Wonder Woman falls through the trapdoor. The Commandant grabs her from behind, heavy breathing through chloroform rag. My first experience pressed against the hardwood floor, wide-brimmed headgear, red swatch on right shoulder, black swastika on a round white field, stolen lasso of truth wrapped around her writhing form, decked in American iconography, each deliberate gasp and eye roll, an effort to entice us watching, to delay this painful interrogation, the projected self by the other. In the end, you will admit or agree to anything for this to stop. No true intellectual reads the foreword. An American dilemma. Is this Iago or Branagh here before me? Wonder Woman or Linda Carter? Boyington or his aerial victories, circling an airfield, downing slowly ascending planes? Ronald Reagan, the hero of the Cold Wars, or indirect drug dealer, money launderer, overspending Star Wars ABM dreamer, or the budding compassion in me for a being fundamentally scattered, an alter persona standing in as a former president? Mirror kaleidoscope of imperial power through the flexed vivisecting complexes, recognition of self in my reflective enemy. Blue midnight gullwing, a khaki canvas aviator's glove on F4U Corsair control yoke. Right thumb presses the red trigger. Close-up of three wing-mounted 50 cals. Close-up of Pappy Boyington chomping an unlit cigar. Close-up of Hero, surprised, grimacing. Stock footage of planes maneuvering. Grainy, colorized gun cam spits, phosphorus tracers, bracketing a different model Mitsubishi Zero. This prop wash and repeat cycle of reruns. Back to the static aeroplane prop. With its single center firing machine gun, the rising sun pilot pitches forward, Hero's eyes wide. Pilot washes into background as focus shifts to the flat black anti-glare paint on the fake plane's cowling. Boyington victory rolls, slides back into finger 4 formation to nurse his wounded fighters home. This is my first time, first dream, earliest memory. One of the cadre of pilots plays the clarinet with overbreath and almost no control, waxes philosophical about the cultural superiority of the classically inspired Japanese shakuhachi flute and its players. Then we all drink rice wine. 80s soundtracks would be saturated with shakuhachi, visiting hell upon them, sampled, butchered, taken out of context and teased into whatever slovenly composition, see also hypocrisy, Kodachrome meditations, that was required for the reflective, the meditative, the loss-filled moment. As abused as the word ninja, as authentic as avocado and cream cheese in your Philadelphia roll, it's delicious, the producer screamed through his tinnitus. Front-loaded experience, process immune from results, broke knees, a capitalism unable to look critically upon itself, war and economy emergent beings, as polytheists had predicted, sporting downward causation, we, some social ganglia, eye mouths on the cloaks of the cherubim, rapine and famine, every column of tanks assigned a human to stand in front of them. The day after, first seen at 10 years of age, made me aware of the first wave, the fallout, nuclear winter. I cannot claim profound or arcane wisdom, only the budding awareness of other, more necessary paths. By reading this, I charge you to no longer be a consumer. You are become citizen, explorer of worlds. Louis XIV, with help from his dance master, codified a series of unnatural postures and movements to suggest the aesthetic pushing beyond the human into the transcendent. He succeeded in showing what these self-tortured humans that they could wrestle Jacob's angle, with great effort, that body of desire come into the world. Iyengar, yogi, poet of the body, brought us into the same space to heal his disease-racked frame, offering insight into the human under pressure. We learn to smile in the deepest and therefore most playful of postures. One to heal the psyche or the observer, another to center the existence in the root of the participant. How long will you sit in the accident of you before you realize there is a distance between your process and where you find yourself now that you control? Move. I'm going to tell you that everything you know is not a lie. Trust, listen to the sounds of your body, your desire, your comfort or its lack. Trust your uncomfortable conscience, your sense of wellness, for around you gasp the dying and the broken, fed to you. I believe these processes were designed to liberate and open us to agency and properly yoke us to the responsibilities we can and must handle. Decency has a value, as does drunkenness, and they are not set in opposition so much as are a doorway to the other. We cannot alleviate or shy away from pain and conflict. We can no longer afford to be numb. Each of these states in complex with joy, eros, ecstasy. Rejoin us at the fountain. Manuscript X, Chapter 0. Invocation. Shudder as the bull's throat is slit. I take photographs of the hydrogen throne. Oh, throne flare. When I, stare into the tumult sun amplifier, the temple topples over. I drink gold-mouthed tequila. Salud, Batai. Mancers of the shone. I eat the bruised flowers. We are the last two drunks around the fire, you and I, or fans of flame at world end. Oh, you, oh, I, jet, oh, the fuel captured in the sacrificial bowl. The all market we paid $4 of unborn childs expect the thorns to love you. Find the perfect spiral of smiles and contrails and snail carapaces, dyed in community, incoming six thumbs wink, attached at the spine, their nail beds clack on phone conference table, send a tomahawk missile, the tail of chattering mouths, lash, gatch, sing throng gathered the tail, a scorpion's claw, clamped around the bowl's testicles as the market ran. You are a half-closed eye, talking we, a numbered penumbra, envelop. There was no spine. The six opposed thumbs flopped like a carp, a node on the disconnected tabletop, dyed palms red, pistachioed, their own future. If nothing else, go ahead now, sell low dial tone. Troop movement. Selling ourselves, selling the troop of saffron-faced minds, held a lottery for the infant they would eat. It was me. Mama burned me high on my cheek so she could tell me apart from the others. Burned me high on my... It was me. Cheek just below, passing the store windows like zinc fire. My left screaming blue eye, the row of mannequins, blackened purple skin, Cloroxed haired, were displayed. They had no discernible face. A projection, just a ridge of nose perfect for selling, and the bronze blank eyes close like the Buddha casts. Imagine porn like this. The man-mind insinuates itself into the box, actuate the tentacles, like to play with breath, control, abuse euphemisms like proximal and coercive cry. You post-colonial dons of the search engine. They are like a wide, gray-ribbed hard disk. No such things as mannequins, merchandise, ribbons in her chair, in her hair. Check their zebra code before she smiles, toothless and perfect. Check the zebra code before you swallow. Under the baobab, the power to be seen is all you have. Persona as a mop bucket next to a drain. 75% water, 10% bleach, assorted detritus, fry grease. An old man spits tobacco leaves part, and a woman with the do-rag stoops to pet Samantha, her calico cat. Sweats. Legs scissor. A man with skin sprints the last 10 yards into a wash basin. A little girl dips her fingers. The water is cool and soap pool milky at the river bend where we wash our clothes. The lye collected thick from where it has swept our fossilized dead. Witness as a container under the tree baobab gave by jabber by Job a shove. Anchors roots in the sky. The stones beat. Tree of life, the blister wife's St. Jerome's breast. 40 deserted years. Vicar, I, us. Nail hung, U.S. Witness as container. Drained sap, molasses, whisper, sticky ear. Dog king liquor. Throne, saddles, stones, man sundials, and the vigil babe suckles the fig. Witness as a container. Leaves in a repressed eye. What tells you to wriggle? Free. Free it. Freet. Freet. What tells you to behave as a container? The 4 cranemen feed on atropine drawn through a hydraulic line. Wings flex for their bombing run. Run self-saddled diagnostic, aileron actuator, stripped stirrup and elevator, the tails lifts shattered. All people live under a gaze. Let them have their pain. Registration. A head on the countertop talks to the guest lifting sweetmeats and antipasto from trays of sugared silver. Headless attendants dance to the whims of powdered wig and truffle salt. Vivaldi captured by an MP3 net and dragged to his dithered death. Poke at the crowd of high heels, wingtips, and bow ties stuffed on portobello. A woman made of cello plays. A pulse felt by mortadella fingers expects directly after the gaze is set. A targeted segment kneels and begins to grovel and spit through pink sludged lips. A card turns, cord cut. A shell is lifted, revealing nothing again, and product continues to move. A sledgehammer misses, hits the lamb's neck. The wrong end of the gavel is inserted into the feverish bleating. A white dress, an asphalt, the echolocated strip mall, my people's nest. The headless waiters enter and man the IVs that will bring nourishment from the inner cities. All will be well, the war chant swells. The milking begins, the semen spread between viable donors and the fertile guests. Incest assures that the money is inherited by only the best. In the hotel lobby, I register by giving Sarah a sunflower. There is heat between our hands. The day smiles. Howard Johnson is dead. A blue-suited riot cop snarls outside the closed lobby doors. He taps the glass with his baton. Run, girl, run. Classified ad for do-it-yourself spy kit versus my COD, the Clogamock of Defiance. Petitioner. Enthusiast, quadricopter with camera, $699.50. Unregulated drone practice, 4 aerofoils spin unchained. Roam in your neighbor's backyard unhindered. Get voyeurism. Respondent. Uncaged crow sprung, sing out burns, O man of the straw, stings finger, rose gourd stuck in the craw, gurgle fiend groutly, shine key span outly, ring a caw. Cooper, page 71. Decision. From the alleged puritanical roots, the panopticon eye posits from its place on the reverse face of the $1 bill that its inherents can and should be everywhere. A people that refuse to live their own life must know what you are doing with yours at all times. Undefined subroutine, system break, in-log. How an eye is like a mouth. Gabbling cell phones pissing out behind Bonanza gift shop on Sahara. Albino raven stoops on the rhino's horn. a black field about them smarts crossbones, goose-stepping in the vomitorium. Bent waist, a young girl crows ho and the feel awful, goose-stepping in the vomitorium. Scale and slizzled, the lizard's third eyelid nictitates, swivels, goose-orium ash, price slash and lime, lie right in this rhyme, goose-stepping in the vomitorium. Sunk in the casino light bulbs flash in sequence with a parched mouth. What did mom seek among these reels? And a crushed cigarette, lipsticked, treasure in the desert, New York skyline, scale, Eiffel Tower, Luxor, death cult, tiny lady, liberty, get in line, please, one night only, goose-stepping, $1 water bottle vendors, misting umbrellas, empty desert trays, discarded rib bone, the sexless showgirl, goose-stepping, a sphinx without a riddle, middles a rabbi, a nun, a gambler, and a shrew duck, stepping in the omatorium, estoppel in the omatorium, closed, captioned in ravenous, draw me closer until the ring is all of us. How can I get away? Their own future, if nothing else. Go ahead now, sell low, diatone. Every citizen is a dissonance, every war we declare a means to its silence. The ribbon, pockets full of dead sons. I do not recollect. From citizen to soldier, oathed by distance, leapt by mouth, spat into jerry cans slung from their scarlet Humvees, flung into MEPS, boot, AIT, next hitch, so are they all honorable men. The sea-rat can of clung peaches bit, tore at him, the albino lulled, flung into malarial sleep. I do not recollect power, top pop serrations, Campbell's tomato soup, gush fury from his neck lacerations, the cheese cutter's wire pulled right through, in deep service the selling of the Contras. So they are all honorable men, boys. Catch the pink slurry in your hands, paint your war face 5 rows deep. Let fly, Eros, the long bowstring spits, 7 pilgrims and 1 leads ahead on point. I do not recollect powder. Mop-faced, we leech red and leche and pulver from the straw. A ghillie suit rises above their bong water, aims an assault rifle. So are they all honorable men, pockets full. All father of the corn braves at the moon. The rhino riles but abides. I do not recollect powder in the blowguns, pockets full of dead. They all honorable men. Kalima sings the weather report through Mae West jawbone. Oh, headless, oh, heedless, oh, man, with endless hands upon your balls, you who wield the raised gelding blade high, to hack for hound, for hyena's cackle, oh, slain cock, cry for your sunrise, your sun, so self-impotent. Cry, oh, cry, pull meaning from your split gups, from your split lip. Of course you would see the sun unspoilt between your legs, as if it dangles, oh cosmic dangly bits of men. You, full spirit, burn, power, virile, opine, suggest some spine maker, or did you forget? Not one of you fell from man, but from Circe were you spat. Most foul bastards all, you usurp. The rookery, the 4-bin drink water from the hooded trough, saddled the 4 cranemen of the apocalypses, ready to fly to the 4 corners of the world. Helmets of leather, strapped goggles, the heads-up display reticle. Following the motion of their bobbing heads, they stoop and jut. The nightmare with its head stuck in the wolf's jar laps the remaining honey from its bottom. We go with the ruptured sun into the bowl. Some precious Apollo swung, hung from the neck, hood cover his foot-long tongue. Oh, cover, oh, his cowering erection. From on high, the cranemen jink, shriek, and die.